So I'm live, huh? That's it. That's all it takes. That's pretty interesting. I wonder how my voice volume is right now. I don't know if anybody can hear me, but at the same time, I really don't. You this is just how I'm turning it on, just because I don't know. I feel like I have things and ideas that I want to share out in the world, but you have to get first of all comfortable doing this sort of thing. So this is, I guess, the first step in me building the comfort level to do this. Uh, I've thought about doing this type of thing before, but the way that my mind works, I skip around a lot of subjects pretty quickly. And I like being that way, don't get me wrong. But as far as making a YouTube channel, I feel like you have a greater potential for success if you sort of become a specialist, so to speak. So, you're the wine guy, like I'm drinking now. This happens to be a Pinot Grigio from California. It's all right. Uh, this is just sort of like I got to get to sleep eventually uh, process. So I drink a little bit of white wine because supposedly it uh, helps you avoid hangovers. And for me, it works. I'm not saying it's going to be the same thing for you, but if you're trying to avoid hangover, white wine is better than red wine because if you drink wine, you know what a red wine headache is, and that shit ain't fun for anybody. So yeah, let's talk a little bit about what we're working on right now because this is a whole big thing about me starting a YouTube channel. All right, I get like this fucking energy built up in me that I need to release, and so sometimes when I meet people, I just talk incessantly about my ideas that I can't get off my mind because I don't have that release. In an effort to be a more balanced person, I think that starting a YouTube channel and just coming on here and just releasing my thoughts to a certain extent, I think that could be good for me, and of value to the community, maybe, but that's a lot less important. Okay, so what are we working on? All right, so I've been on this whole trip. I spent what was a couple years there. Well, really, it's been a longer than that. That I've been studying different ways, different paths to freedom. Now, freedom or the ultimate life is going to be defined differently for each and every single person. Not everybody wants the same things. Not everybody values the same things. Not everybody considers success or, don't consider life the same way. When you meet a lot of people and you talk to a lot of people, you really you come to understand that. And one of my niches, I guess we could say, is sales, specifically automotive sales. I've done real estate, I've done mortgages, I've sold a lot of things. This is really the only thing that I've ever done since I was 16 years old. So it's been a long time. Uh, what was I saying? Oh, automotive sales. I this happens. I forget what I start talking out of my mind. Uh, what was I saying? I don't remember for the life of me. So, anyways, what we're working on, I've been studying different paths to freedom. Oh, that's what I was talking about. Different paths to freedom. So, what freedom for me is may not be what freedom for you is. I happen to be a particularly ambitious person. Um, uh, so I want to start at $100,000 a month, and I want that income to be passive. If you really think about it, it's not that much money. We are living in a multi-trillion-dollar economy, especially if you consider the global economy. I mean, it's really beyond imagination. So to ask for $100,000 a month is really not that much. You're not even really doing all that well, you know. And if you meet other people that are sort of in that category, it's just you're a drop in the bucket, because it is a drop in the bucket. You know, in order to strive for those sort of goals, those sort of monetary goals, um, I think the first step is the mindset. You know, so knowing that, understanding that it's, what, yeah, it's ambitious, but it's not really that big of a deal. So I've studied drop shipping, and a lot of the Facebook ads and YouTube ads, and every sort of paid marketing, affiliate marketing, and the same as a lot of people have done. You know, uh, building email list, and I mean, just the whole gambit, buddy. You know, I've been knee deep in this shit for like 10, 12 years. Um, you have to find what fits your personality best. And, if you've looked into some of those same sorts of things, you have to understand that everything works. Everything works. Everything works. Especially as you first start getting into it, you where are you sort of mentally on like the whole subject? Because there's a lot of people that say a lot of things, and they make you believe things, uh, but they oversimplify it. And they oversimplify it, and you start struggling. And then, so what's your mindset then? Because a lot of people go to that, well, this shit doesn't work, I got to try something else. I think in talking here, I'm discovering where I can bring value. So I have had, now I'm talking, I guess, online marketing, make money online sort of stuff. So I have had, and if you've been in it for any sort of time, you've heard of shiny object syndrome. Shiny object syndrome. I've had the worst imaginable case of shiny object syndrome that you have ever seen in your freaking life. Okay. Uh, Object syndrome. And I have gotten to the bottom of it because I get it. I get it bad, man. I get it bad, and I'll tell you why I get it bad. And it's gonna sound like a little bit like I'm bragging, but I don't. I mean, it's just sort of the facts. You know what I'm saying? I started out really in the car business, in the automotive industry, and I just started killing it right away. I was fucking amazing at it. I've always been amazing at it. It's just something that is super super easy to me, and experiencing that at a young age, it just sort of made me feel like I'm just good at everything. So what am I even talking about? Shiny object syndrome. No, fuck that. I didn't like that story. Uh, I, I, hmm, okay. I don't know. If I were to have a YouTube channel, what should we talk about? So much shiny object syndrome. I think shiny object syndrome would be a good video. Yeah. All right. Anyways, so let's talk about what I'm working on right now. You know, I want $100,000 a month. Yeah, that's always good to talk about. That's what I started out talking about. $100,000 a month. How do you get there? There's so many ways. There's so many fucking ways to do it. It's unbelievable. There are so. I mean, we are in a world filled with the most unbelievable opportunities, um, and you just sort of have to. It takes work, man, but you have to find your grind. You know, uh, and you have to do what fits your personality. Having that success at a young age and just being just like really amazing at this one. And I look, dude, I'm not. It's car sales. It's not fucking rocket science. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty straightforward stuff. I don't know. I go in and I start like I just crush it. You know? But I mean, it's not something that you really understand unless you're in the automotive industry. It's just like sort of whatever. But being like really, really good at something at a young age just made me believe that like I was just this amazing person that like I could do no wrong. Made me pretty narcissistic, which I still am a little bit, but you know, at a much more toned down level, I guess we can say. Um, uh, so getting into online marketing, it was the psychology of it. The psychology of it. It was interesting for me, you know, because of the way that I approached the automotive industry. It became, you know, you get like, you know, because okay, selling cars, boom. How do I fucking absolutely crush it in 30 seconds or less? I just go in thinking that I'm the freaking. Not that simple. No, I mean, I go in at a high level, knowing, having absolutely no doubt that I'm about to destroy it. But in order to really reach that mindset, you have to have positive, positive reference experiences. So, like for me, mentally, because I've done well in the past, I know that I'm going to do well again. Then I have no doubt, you know, when I'm out there. I don't even know how I got on this thread. So okay, so if I'm gonna start this YouTube thing, I clearly need notes and something to keep me on track. So yeah, I don't know if it's really worth that much effort though. Do I really want to do that? I have other shit going on. What other? Let's talk about the other shit that I have going on. Oh, I'm procrastinating now. Actually, I hate tedious shit. You know, I don't like tedious things. It annoys me. I just it's so easy for me to put it off. So what I really should do is hire an assistant immediately because an assistant could do all these tedious things. But for some reason, I still have resistance towards hiring an assistant. That means that I should do the first round myself. You know, it's just like it's tedious work. By tedious work, you have to like fill out applications and like write stuff and like it's just like I don't want to do all this fucking paperwork. I do enough of this during the day. You know, um, I get it done though. I remember, you know, remember what's the goal. You have to have a mission in life. I believe that wholeheartedly. I wake up every day. I have purpose. I'm on a freaking mission. You know, gotta have a mission. So, what's your mission in life? You know, something to accomplish, something that you're striving for. You know, but at the same time, while you have what you're striving for and your mission in life, um, you have to understand that your mission doesn't really matter. You know, it's just purpose. I don't know. I've been living with purpose for a very long time, and I get very depressed if I don't have a purpose. If I don't have purpose, like I need something that I'm working towards. Something I need a mission in life. So I got my mission now. Mission is $100,000 a month. You know how many? There's so many ways to do it. It's fucking crazy. But you have to do for me because there are so many different paths. There's so many different paths, so many different ways that you can get there. And I'm not saying it's easy. You know, um, the struggles that I've had is because there are so many different paths. I start on one, and then I start thinking that the other path is better, so then I switch around, and I start fucking jumping around all over the place. You know, a little bit of ADD, a little bit of anxiety, all those things, they start working against you. you freaked out. But on the other hand, maybe you just need to make some mistakes, and you can't be afraid of making mistakes. Mistakes. It's all about how you take them. You know, how you take them. Yeah, I need some notes. Mm. Liberty Creek. Sorry, I'm more of a Sauvignon Blanc guy myself. You know, and I'm proud to say that I do drink white wine like a gangster. You know, but I'm much more of a Sauvignon Blanc guy. Give me any Sauvignon Blanc from New Zealand, and that is an excellent dry white wine. But it has to be from New Zealand. You know, if you doubt me, I challenge you. Buy any Sauvignon Blanc from New Zealand and then buy one from California. Pick any one. Taste one, taste the other. Tell me that it's the same wine because it is fucking not. I promise you. New Zealand, they grow, produce, I guess, produce 80% of the world's Sauvignon Blanc grapes. I happen to like them quite a bit. Well, not the grapes, although I've had Sauvignon Blanc grapes and they are excellent. But you know, the wine, that's, they have the sleep juice. I like the sleep. Hmm. What else? I haven't talked about what I'm working on. I know I'm working on making $100,000 a month. That's it. I gotta plug my phone. Okay, phone is charging. Uh, so yeah, man, I watched a lot of YouTube videos. I know that this one isn't very interesting. Go watch somebody else. Fuck off. Okay. Um, right, back over. Uh, so what can we talk about? I don't want to talk about what I'm working on. I just all of a sudden I turned this video on to talk about what I'm working on, and then I turned the video on. It's been 17 minutes and 53 seconds. I still haven't mentioned it. You know? Some things you gotta keep to yourself. I need all right. Anyways, let's talk about the deals. I can talk to you about the car business. We won't talk about the other stuff. I'm trying to take over the world, yo. Fuck that shit. 100 grand. That's just so I can be comfortable. 100 grand a month. Real estate. Start doing little commercial real estate deals. I want to be a principal. I want to purchase. Leverage. Leverage. That's the power of real estate. Is leverage. Everybody's into the fucking flip this house bullshit. I mean, and I'm not saying that it's not effective. It's just I guess it just became a little too I was in it. I was in it when it was good. It's good now. It's good anytime. Everything works. Always remember that. You know, it's your own anxiety that convinces you that it doesn't work and that that other guy can make it and there's some reason that you can't. You know, it's all up here, man. Fucking 90 fucking 5% of it is up here. It's how you think and it's how you think about yourself. I'm a big I don't know if this is a word proponent. I think that I'm pretty sure that is. I'm a big proponent doubting that word. I'm a big proponent of REBT. That's not a word. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. But I'm a big proponent of REBT, which is rational emotive behavior therapy. It has really it's had a pretty deep impact on my life. And that is the it's a philosophy developed. It's a philosophy, I guess, developed by Dr. Albert Ellis. Man is brilliant. Um, and I'm not going to get into the details of like whatever, blah blah blah, all that. That's the backstory. But what he says, good first video. What Dr. Albert Ellis says is that okay. So, what's the last thing that pissed you off? Okay, who is the last person? Let's put it that way. Who is the last person that pissed you off? Think about that for a second. Okay, so what happened? Why did they piss you off? In fucking 3 sentences. Don't start like going off. You know. So here we have a person that pissed you off. Here we have the reason why they pissed you off. Okay, so most people think that this person did this thing, so I got upset about it. Two-step process. You did this, now I'm pissed off. That's how you think, right? That's how life works. This person, hits my car, I'm pissed. Why did you hit my car? You know? So no, that's not a good explanation. I don't know. Whatever. Okay, I'm done with this. I'm gonna do something else. Good video, right? Like and subscribe, okay? You get more of this. Fucking enjoy.